In the shadows of history's great rifles stands the South African Denel NTW-20, a bolt-action monster packing 20mm rounds. In Episode 2 of our Legendary Rifles series, we meet the weapon often cited as the world's second most powerful rifle, trailing only the famous Barrett .50 cal M82/M107. Capable of smashing through armored vehicles and even aircraft from well over a mile away, the NTW-20 delivers incredible punch. In fact, its 14.5 by 114mm variant can reach out to about 2,300 meters, far beyond the roughly 1,800-meter effective range of a .50 BMG. This firepower comes with legendary recoil, often described as the largest amount of recoil any man can handle. Stay tuned as we dive into the NTW-20's origins, its design and battlefield role, and what makes it stand out against its American cousin.
The NTW-20's story began in the mid-1990s with South Africa's Denel NTW looking for a new anti-materiel rifle. Veteran arms designer Tony Neophytou, who'd helped build the Neosted shotgun, led the project. In 1995, under the codename Aerotech, Neophytou leveraged his recoil dampening expertise to crank out a prototype in just a few months. By 1998, the Denel NTW-20 was in production and officially adopted by the South African National Defence Force. It was conceived as a large-caliber sniper rifle intended to disable material targets, parked aircraft, radar dishes, light vehicles, and fortified positions, rather than individual soldiers. Denel offered it to export customers as well, and an even larger 20 by 110mm version soon followed for ultra-long-range firepower. In short, the NTW-20 was built to go farther and hit harder than anything the SANDF had before.
The Denel NTW-20 is a huge, crew-served bolt-action rifle built to tame 20mm rounds. It weighs roughly 30 to 34 kilograms empty, 66 to 75 pounds, about double the weight of a Barrett M82. Because of this, it breaks down into two man-portable packs, each about 15 kilograms, for transport. It carries no semi-auto action. The shooter works the bolt by hand, but compensates with a highly engineered recoil system. A two-stage muzzle brake vents gases to cut recoil by roughly half, and the entire barrel and bolt assembly is free-floating on hydraulic buffers within the chassis. When fired, the barrel actually slides rearward into a pneumatic hydraulic damper, like a tiny artillery recoil mechanism. The result is still a punishing kick. Some experts say it's the heaviest recoil of any shoulder-fired weapon, but one an experienced two-man team can manage. Several signature features set the NTW apart. Multi-caliber capability. The NTW-20 was built to accept 20 by 82mm ammunition as standard, but it can be quickly reconfigured in the field. By swapping out the barrel, bolt, magazine, and scope, crews can convert between the 20 by 82mm, 20mm variant, and a 14.5 by 114mm, 14.5 variant. Denel also made a dedicated single-shot 20 by 110mm model for maximum power. This changeover takes on the order of a minute with basic tools, giving one rifle two very different ballistics options. Size and support. The full NTW-20 rifle is about 1.8 meters long, 70 to 80 inches, with a 1 meter fluted barrel on the 20mm version. It comes with a full-length bipod and an adjustable monopod built into the butt to stabilize that big barrel. A heavy carrying handle is built over the receiver for practical transport and mounting the scope. Ammunition and magazine. The NTW-20 feeds from a 3-round box magazine when in 20 by 82mm or 14.5 by 114 mm mode. The ultra-large 20 by 110 mm variant is loaded single-shot. Ammunition types include high-explosive incendiary rounds for the 20 mm and specialized Soviet 14.5 by 114 mm armor-piercing projectiles, carried over from World War II PTRD anti-tank rifles. These give it battlefield flexibility. The 20 mm can spray explosive shells at bunkers and aircraft, while the 14.5 mm AP shells punch through armor that even a 50 cal can't easily penetrate. With all this, the NTW-20 is not intended for rapid fire. A trained two-man team can only manage the few aimed shots per minute, but each round is huge. In fact, modern analyses note that while a 50 cal sniper rifle relies on precision and penetration, the NTW trades a bit of precision for significantly more terminal effectiveness, basically far more destructive power on target.
In practice, the NTW-20 has always been a niche weapon due to its size. The primary user was South Africa, which deployed it with special forces and anti-materiel teams from 1998 onward. Reportedly, it saw limited action in African peacekeeping and counterinsurgency missions. There are unconfirmed accounts of NTW-20 shots over 2 kilometers in conflict, though details are scarce. Beyond South Africa, the rifle was sold in very small numbers to a few other countries. The Indian Army is a notable user. India purchased roughly 400 NTW-20 rifles and even planned licensed production of 300 more, calling the design Vidvansak. Denel's deal with India was later marred by a 2005 procurement scandal, but many of those NTW-20s remain in Indian service. Other operators include Malaysia, Indonesia, certain special forces units, and reportedly Azerbaijan. For example, recent exhibitions have shown Malaysian soldiers training on the NTW-20 alongside .50 cal rifles. Even with these users, only a few dozen or hundreds of NTW-20s exist globally, a far cry from the tens of thousands of Barrett .50s in circulation. The NT crews are specialists, a two-person team, rifleman and assistant, trained to engage material targets like disabled tanks, bunkers, radar dishes, or even unexploded ordnance from long range.
Since the NTW-20 is often described as the runner-up to the Barrett 50, it's worth comparing the two legends. The Barrett M82/M107 is a US-made semi-automatic .50 BMG rifle developed in 1982 that weighs only about 13 to 15 kilograms, 29 to 33 pounds. It fires 12.7 by 99 millimeter rounds at roughly 853 meters per second, with an effective range around 1,800 meters. It uses a 5 or 10 round magazine and can burst out more bullets per minute due to its semi-auto action. By contrast, the NTW-20 sacrifices speed and weight for raw power. Even the lighter 20 by 82 millimeter version of the NTW weighs 30 kilograms, over twice the weight of the Barrett, and fires bolt-action single shots. However, the NTW's rounds carry much higher energy. The 14.5 by 114 millimeter round from the NTW-20 leaves the muzzle at about 1,000 meters per second, and the 20 by 110 millimeters reaches about 37,000 joules of energy. By comparison, a .50 BMG round generally delivers on the order of 16 to 18,000 joules. In short, an NTW shot can penetrate armor that might stop a .50, and its fragmentation rounds have a bigger blast radius. Modern analysts note that while Barrett rifles tend to be more precise, especially with match ammo, the NTW-20 offers significantly more terminal effectiveness per shot.
The Denel NTW-20 is a truly legendary rifle, an engineering feat of recoil management and heavy firepower.
In this episode 2, we've seen how this South African giant was born from a late 20th century need for extreme reach, how it works, and where it fits in the world, both literally and figuratively, of anti-materiel weapons. We still have many giants to cover in this series, so like this video if you enjoyed the NTW-20 deep dive. Comment below with what rifle you'd like to see next, and subscribe to the channel to catch episode 3 of Legendary Rifles. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more high-power history coming soon.